Hello everyone, you're here with H. Bitcoin for love, you say? Will the victim take a bite for this love? And the marriage is over? And the new love blossoms and shoots right up to the moon? Or will everything crash like the crypto market? Don't ask why I have hair just out on this side and this side doesn't. Nothing makes sense, just like these stories. Realism. Or something like that. Hello everyone, editing H already. I know it's early on, I'm just going to keep this quick. I know a lot of you probably have already seen this already. So just bear that in mind, that this story is a roller coaster, right? So some of the stuff that I react to or that I say changes later on in the video because we find out new information that was not said previously, if that makes sense. Just watch it and you'll see what I mean.
It all started back in September. He reached out to her. They've been talking ever since.
This man wants to prove to his wife that her internet boyfriend is a fraudster.
Yeah, just let me just wave that. I mean, look at the dog. I'm sorry to the dog. By the way, before I even say anything, which is cap because I've said many things already, but this episode is like 45 minutes long, right? Is that correct? Yeah, it's correct. So be aware, we're looking at potentially 2 hours of me. All right? So just get a grip of yourself. And I know I said that last time and it ended up being 1 hour 55, shy of 5 minutes. But ladies, why do you expect longer from me? I don't deliver on time, okay? What? A sex joke already. Before I move on, let's not forget the important thing here. The man has to prove to his wife that her online boyfriend is not real, but they're together still. He's got MTV. He's got MTV on his shirt. That's where CATFISHED, well, used to be back in the day. So that's funny and irony.
I think what it was is that he just didn't want anybody knowing that we were talking because we haven't met.
Cory's wife, Rayna, kept her relationship with a man named Tandy secret until her husband found out that she was sending this man money and threatened to divorce her.
It's a big chunk of my life that has been taken from me.
Is Tandy Rayna's knight in shining armor or just another romance scammer?
I want to know if who I'm talking to is really him.
Okay, anything else? Gonna wave the red flag. Anything else you want to add to that? Or you just want to know who he is? Is this a real handsome man that is going to sweep me off my feet? Or is it not a handsome man? It's someone sitting in their shit-stained boxers, scamming me with their laptop, huddled around with their friends, laughing at the sad, sorry state that you are, and you've put your husband through. Wow, thanks, man. Really, honestly. Good on you. You're doing great things in this life. I repeat to everyone. I say I repeat, I've not said it, but why get into a relationship, let alone a marriage, if you know deep down you are not faithful? You are not a faithful person. Put all that aside for a second. You can call me harsh if you want, but look at Tandy. What a name that is, by the way. Why do you think someone who I assume is going to play off, I have a lot of money and obviously way out of your league, oh my gosh, here comes the internet police. How can you say that about her? How can you? You don't know her. You're damn right I don't know her. Who is she?
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
But yes, everyone, let's get a grip. People can be out of our leagues. It's not rude, right? It's a real thing. If I'm trying to think of someone right now. Trying to think as if it's so hard to find a celebrity that's out of my league. Obviously, you know, whoever this person is, I don't know if they're a celebrity or not. Maybe he kind of looks familiar. I don't know. But Zendaya, right? Zendaya is out of my league. If Zendaya message me, I'm going to assume she must be on drugs. Because what are you doing here, Zendaya? You have Spider-Man at home. It's not rude. Get a grip of yourself.
Well, Seekers, let's see if we can help this couple find out the truth about all of this.
Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed.
No.
Let's get into it.
But you already are?
The whole story starts off with an email from Cory to our Share My Story email. I might as well use this for a plug really quick. If you found yourself going through something similar to Cory and...
No, I haven't, Drew. Sorry, I'm going to rewind and read the email because I want to. How about that, huh? Let's boost, extend. Hi, my name is Cory, and my wife Rayna is being catfished and scammed via a romance scam. This started over a Facebook post back in September. And since December, she has spent almost $7,500 of household money to this scammer via gift cards and Bitcoin. Oh, I filed for divorce from her in December after the money started going out and she lied about it. Fair play. Good on you, Cory. I have compiled over 1,600 pics of their messages and emails and pics he has sent her and so on. The scammer is even using actor Kenny Johnson's pictures, saying it's him. Okay, so it is a celeb. I have the scammer's email, social media accounts, and even a phone number. I'm on the verge of losing the car, driving, that's in her name, and also on the verge of being evicted from my apartment because of this. I need help badly and don't have the money for any fees. I have no family left alive to stay with if I get evicted. I have shown her all the proof I can that she is being catfished and scammed, and she refuses to believe me or anyone else at this point. Please help me. I don't know what else to do, as this is really affecting my mental health. My phone number is this. Please reach out to me for any further information you may need. Because when information is very, very important, you don't just need it, you need it. I hope my story gets shared and I can get help with this. My first question here is, what in tarnation would happen if this story did not get picked up? Is this man homeless now? I don't understand. You are driving a car that's in her name and house. Do you work, my man? Do you have money of your own? I'm getting the feeling you don't. The red flag's flying all over the place. It's a red flag in the fact that not only do you have to convince her that she's being catfished and scammed, but it doesn't seem in this email that she is apologetic of cheating. There's the first thing. Regardless of everything. Now, don't get it twisted. Maybe they have a rocky relationship. I can understand that. But as I always say, when the relationship is rocky, you don't chuck a stone, right? You don't, what's that thing called? Pebble skipping or something? And see how far you can go. You pack up and leave and then go look elsewhere. Does that make sense? Stop cheating and just leave if things are not going well. And also, speak. What's going wrong? Maybe you can sort it out. Every single time people are doing vroom vroom, bro. Get a grip.
Ooh, you're hard showing off.
I might as well use this for a plug really quick. If you found yourself going through something similar to Cory and Rayna, don't hesitate to reach out to our email.
How can you use this as a plug? You'll get no energy output from this. You can't plug anything here.
This is great banter. It really is.
At socialcatfish.com. But anyways, let's get back on track.
You just know someone.
He requested our help, and I set up a call with him to get more details about this story.
Okay.
So Cory, it's nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you.
So you're familiar with like our YouTube channel?
Yes, I am. Really grateful that you guys got back to me. It all started back in September. She made a comment on a Facebook post. This person responded. The end of September, he reached out to her. They've been talking ever since.
Hold on a second, man. Just hold on here, Cody or Cory. I forgot your name. But if your name is Cody, finish the story and leave, please. But if your name is Cory, then I don't know. Red flag. If all it takes is someone to message your partner, I love these videos. Let's go to Messenger. There's no in between. You're better off having been cheated on, right? It's better for yourself. Oh my goodness.
We've been married for 24 years.
What a disgraceful...
I'm going to always care about her. That's 25 years of my life that, I can't just ignore, and I can't completely turn my back on it. I'm not heartless, but as far as us getting back together, and she's clearly made it clear that she's done. Even before I reached out to you guys and served her papers, I really didn't see any other option. It's close to $8,000 right now. And I know that doesn't seem a lot, but we're a low-income family. It's been rough, really rough. We just lost the car insurance last week. I don't even know how many months. I think probably 2 months behind on car payments. Tomorrow we'll be late on this month's rent, but she's promised me that she will pay it. It's a big chunk of my life.
But it does not look like Drew is reacting to anything he's saying. Like, usually people give a little nod of the head or something. Are they actually on a call here? I'm confused.
That has been taken from me. I've tried to present to her every option that I could by having her family sit down and talk with her, her sisters, her best friend.
I want to ask the question, right? What intonation are you doing in this picture? Can you see? What are you doing? Like, can't you just take a normal picture? Why are you doing this?
Got him!
Best friend who's always able to get through to her. Not this time.
Yeah, it's alright, man. Just leave.
She believes in him. Everything
Tandy.
he tells her, she believes.
I mean, I think what we do is we hop back on video chat and then we just invite her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I'm gonna pull Brienne in, just to kind of soften things up, and then we'll see what happens. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
Alrighty.
So we had a plan. Rayna had no idea that Brienne and I were going to attempt to speak to her. A few hours later, Rayna arrived home from work, and Cory gave us another call to see if Rayna would even be interested in us looking into this man for her.
Hey.
Hi, Cory.
Hi, Cory.
Hi.
She home?
She took the dogs. Took one of the dogs out real quick.
Does she seem like she's in a good mood?
I can't tell.
Well, we're just gonna try to just tell her what we do and.
Hey, Ray. Come here. Yeah. Look. I want you to meet some people.
Can you make it to where we can at least talk to her?
Do you even know who they are?
I don't care.
What's the attitude?
I don't want to talk to anybody.
Hey, Rayna, can you hear me at least?
Rayna,
What?
they're talking
Don't
to
want
you.
to talk.
They're talking.
I don't want to talk.
So, Rayna, I know you're.
Okay, well, first of all, she's like a child. We might have a new contender for the most childish victim. Forget the other one who... What was their name again? You know, after the episode is finished, I forget their names. It's all a blur. We might have a new contender for the most childish. I don't want to talk. No. I don't want to talk. Shut up and talk. By the way, that kind of shows you she knows. She knows that she's done a madness here. But okay.
Going through a lot right now. I know you probably don't want to hear this, and you probably don't want to talk to us.
Let's you know, get the horses back in the stable here. She's going through a lot. What is this? What is with this? What's the word I can call it? What is with this coddling of cheaters on this show? What is it? Why can the victims cheat, but, you know, they're never, ever, you know, talked to as an adult who's made just horrible decisions, right? Why? Why do we talk to them still as if they're child? As if they're child. That's a great one.
But we just need you to work with us. That's it. And just talk to me. That's all. We just want to help you. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say? Huh?
No.
Okay.
What about a phone call, at least? Can we call you, Rayna?
No.
You know, we're here to help.
Nah. Look. I'd close this laptop, right? Shut that screen down. Go about my day. If this person doesn't want to help, you can F yourself, right? Get a grip of yourself. I understand they're probably pushing to, you know, get this story to realistically help Cory, not her. At least that's what I would do. But I digress.
If she decides that she wants to talk to us, we're here.
I just want to say, Rayna, last thing is we're not here to prove anybody wrong. We're also not here to take anybody's side. So we just want to help you get to the bottom of this.
Let's forget this image. Are we sure you don't take sides? Are we sure? I don't need to explain that. If you watch, you'd know.
If he is, you know, in fact a scammer, we see this all the time where someone gets caught into this stuff and it ruins their life. Not just your life, but everybody else around you. This person that you're talking to is probably trying to push you away from people like, you know, your Cory and your friends and family and loved ones.
People like Cory. The husband like who else is like him in this situation? I feel like right here, right now, what's that song? Right here, right now, right here, right now. We are very much coddling the shit out of her. I've given the team credit recently for somewhat, you know, pulling back the baby talk, but we're going full blown. Here's a nappy for you, Rayna. Look at if he's doing this, the scammer. If we're not here to prove anyone wrong, what is the point then, huh? Yeah, I know you're trying to get her to come on screen and talk with you. And I know that it's a tactic, right? You butter people up, they become vulnerable enough to want to speak to you. But sometimes, just let it be. Let the dove free. See you later.
And we want to let you know, Rayna, that we have your back through this situation. So you take the time and you think about it, but we are the best team and we have the best tools. This is the best situation for you. And whatever he's going through, we can help you figure it out. We're here when you need us.
And if she decides that she wants to reach out, we want to get to the bottom of this and be able to provide her with answers. And at least she can walk away feeling some sort of closure.
We care about you, Rayna. So does Cory. So does everybody else. If you take it, you take it. If you leave it, you leave it. But just want to leave you with some advice. If he's asking for money every single day, it's a huge red flag. I'm just going to leave you with that. We're here to help. And thank you, Cory.
Thank you, Cory.
All right. Talk to you soon, man.
What a sad
We tried,
face.
but Rayna was just not interested in speaking to us.
End this.
We've been working on this case for a while, and honestly, we thought this wasn't going to go anywhere. Our team was pretty surprised when we received a text message 2 weeks later from Cory about Rayna agreeing to hop on another call with us. It was late, and I rushed to Brienne and David's house to join Brienne for the call.
What?
Hi, Rayna.
Hi, Rayna.
Rayna, so what made you want to talk to us?
Not even looking at the camera, man.
So the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys is because my family has been contacting me, letting me know that I've been hacked through Instagram, my Facebook, my Messenger. He's trying to scam my little girl's grandmother. He's trying to scam another friend of ours.
When you say he's trying to scam these other people, what is he doing? Exactly.
He's pretty much asking them for Bitcoin. They can make an investment off it, get rich off it, that he's made money. He's literally like make that whatever, $1,000 or whatever more off of it. I haven't talked to him because I flat out told him that I needed time to be for myself.
When was the last time he asked you for money?
The last time he asked me for money was Sunday was the last day he asked me for it.
And Rayna, how does it feel like him having to him contacting your family members and all of these people, and it has to be like a pretty big burden on your back?
Just been filled like hurt and damaged because he's going after my family, my friends, turning around, and when he doesn't get the money, he gets pissed off at me.
Oh my goodness, if you don't, you're worthless. I don't need to tell anyone watching this that if someone is speaking to you like this, why would you want anything to do with them? I love how she's sitting there talking about being hurt and damaged. There's still no mention of cheating going on here. Like, explicitly the word cheating, I don't think has ever been used on this show. I might be wrong. I could be wrong. But I don't think anyone has outright said that the other person is cheating. It's very confusing. Hey, you've been hurt, but not your husband, eh? Forget him. Forget him.
Just call me certain things, threaten to kill my dogs,
What? Not the dogs?
But it sounds like things have changed and he's been disrespectful to you and he's talking.
I think if you threaten to kill someone's dog, I think we might have, crossed the disrespectful line there. I don't think that's no longer, I don't think that is no longer disrespectful. What? I don't know, but that's weird. And that's a serious threat. He's being disrespectful. Come on!
Down to you. Do you feel that this is a relationship that's worth you staying in and putting more time in?
Just hold the F on, everyone. Why are we asking that question? Is this something that you see yourself spending more time in? She's married! I know that, Cory put in a divorce. But that's how we've ended up here. Because of this. Do you need any more proof of how much we're coddling the shit out of her right now? Sounded like the dog there. Ruh-roh, Raggy. We got a scam, Raggy. We got a rag, Rammy. Shut up. Do you feel like you want to spend more time in this? Whatever, man.
No.
We're here to help you. But if you have feelings for this man, we can help you get rid of those.
How?
But you gotta
What?
be like transparent with us about
What?
this. Like, do you have any plans in the future to keep talking to him?
I have no clue.
Nice.
Lately, I've been feeling like I screwed this up. Completely.
Screwed what up? The marriage or the scam relationship that you've cheated on your husband with? Which one? What have you messed up here?
Look, we're here to help you. No judgment here. You know, we have
Judgment
hundreds
here.
of thousands of people that come to us every single day
Judgment here.
looking to confirm who they're talking to online. And, you know, we want to do that for you. We want to help you out. You want to confirm where this person is. I have a plan. Let's create an IP tracker. Let's get things moving. Let's see who this person is. And if we can basically confirm where he's located. Also looking into, you know, the money that you've sent and whatever we can do to help you out, we're here for you.
One thing that I do want to ask before we leave is, are you in love with this guy?
To answer your question, I am and I'm not.
Nice.
Do you
That doesn't make
still
sense.
love Cory?
I still love Cory because I'm always gonna. I've been there for 24 years with him. I fell out of love with Cory. I was the only one making money, the only one paying bills left and right, putting food on the table, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the pups, plus working my ass off at a nursing home. I mean, in a marriage, you're supposed to be 50-50.
I agree
We're
with that.
not. We weren't. If he wants to work things out, we can. But I don't think that we can file this marriage. We're getting a divorce. Tandy always kept telling me, you know, how cute I...
Let's dissect this. As I mentioned earlier, I suspected that this guy wasn't working. I don't know the reason. She obviously didn't mention he has any sort of disability that perhaps would prevent him from working. So what are you doing? That, you know, yeah, she's a cheater, but you guys know I call things as much down the middle as I can. What are you doing? Like, the strain put on her in terms of her having to do everything. Naturally, I do see where she's coming from. That she would naturally fall out of love. Because I don't know what you're doing. Like, if she is working and doing everything, it's a bit selfish. And dare I say, you're upset because she's giving the money to another man now instead of to you. But alas. Hello everyone, Editing H here. This is an example of when I said at the beginning of the video that sometimes I will say things that, of course, by the end of the episode, it's just like thrown up in the air. Do you know what I mean? So, you guys know me by now. I'm not going to cut it out to make myself seem like I know everything, because whilst watching this episode, you know, live, kind of, right? First time watching, I don't know the story. And obviously we find out more later on, so I'm not going to spoil it right now here. But, yeah. So please, if you're going to comment saying, you know, like, essentially correcting me, just be aware that I find out later on about all the stuff, right? So bear that in mind again. Back to the video. Still doesn't make it right that she's cheated. I always say it's best to leave, because you paint yourself as a cheater now. When you go into a real relationship, forget this BS. When you go into a real relationship off the back of being a cheater, what's to say you won't cheat again, right? And then your new partner, well, me in that situation, if I'm the new partner, for example, I'd sleep with one eye open. Do you know what I mean? What else you doing? Where you going? Who you shaking them hips for? But 24 years you guys have been together. I mean, wow, I mean, now that she's confirmed that he just doesn't do anything, I'm not saying I agree with her, by the way. I don't agree with him. I don't agree with her. Both of you seem really weird, to be honest. I don't understand why. Is he just lazy? He doesn't want to do anything? I don't know. I would like for her to explain more. I'm gonna assume he doesn't have difficulty with working. Otherwise, she would have mentioned it. So I do see why she fell out of love. But that doesn't mean you cheat and be scammed. Do you know what I mean? Do you get my point, everyone? Hopefully that makes sense. Just because something is happening in your life, it doesn't, automatically make you getting scammed. It's okay. I understand, right? I understand you fell out of love. But that doesn't make sense that you've been scammed as a result of it. Do you know what I mean?
Was how pretty I was. Call me queen. Cory never did.
But what if I told you that the guy that you're talking to is false and it's just a made up character?
What do you mean? What if? It's real. He's not real.
I mean, I feel like you're at this point, Rayna, where you feel like you've so bad that you can't turn it around, and we can help you turn these things around. Maybe not. We're not marriage counselors, but we can definitely fix your problem with this guy. But we're
So you're not marriage counselors. Shock horror. But you guys remember when they inserted themselves in a very difficult and dangerous position a couple episodes back. I wonder why now you're not marriage counselors. But in a more dangerous position, you were. But okay. Maybe they listened to everyone. And they said, we're not going to, insert ourselves. But still, you need to distinguish not inserting yourself with still being able to call out destructive behavior. She has cheated, right? Regardless of the factors, she has cheated. And I'm sorry, but when things go, wrong in another relationship, she's just going to cheat again? What the hell is going to happen there then? Is there counseling for that? Can cheaters be counseled? I don't know.
We're going to have to set up a meeting and just talk about, everything that you know about him, and you be transparent with us. I think you've done a great job in this interview of being transparent and open with us. We can help you, but you got to completely open up to us.
But at the end of the day, Rayna, I can see that you're unhappy. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be respected. And, we want to do whatever we can to help you.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what you're coming from because, you guys are trying to help and...
Let's set up another meeting tomorrow and you and I can sit down and you can help me pull everything that you know. And I'll pass everything over to our search team. We have a team of researchers and they'll start digging into this.
By the way, maybe get me on the team as a research specialist, huh? Because the recent bots that you guys have been hearting the comments of, the ones that advertise recovery scams, etc. I think I did a pretty good job at researching there. If anyone, I'll put it up there, the video that I'm talking about. I think I did a pretty good job if you want to hire me, guys. Or as like a freelancer, so that I can, still cool things down the middle. Sponsor me! Yeah, right. The Catfish team are never going to sponsor me, and I don't think they will ever get back to me with that collaboration. I think that ship has sailed.
And we'll let you know if he's real or not. Does that help?
Yeah.
Thank you, Rayna, for meeting with us.
Thank you, Ray.
No problem.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have a good night.
You guys too.
So
The
what
next
happens?
day,
You know, they
Brienne
just
and I went through Rayna's
to bed.
story.
Hello.
Hi, Rayna. You look good. You look like you're in better spirits today.
What is this fabulous hoodie that Brianna's got here? It's very, you know, very fabulous.
Oh my god! Wow!
Well, thank you.
So what we're gonna do today is
Very.
Brianne's gonna take notes. I'm just gonna
Yep.
fire off a bunch of questions.
even
We're
know.
gonna listen to your story from beginning to where it is now. Okay.
So there's a little dog just like her
What?
on Facebook that I follow. Her name is Franny. That's how we met, was through
Right, you
that
got scammed by a
on
dog.
Facebook. He messaged me on my messenger. We started talking. We became friends.
Shut up.
His eyes are blue. His hair's not shaved, but it's like cut a nice way. He wears a hat, some backwards. He's built up top, but like I want to say skinny looking from the
Yeah, it's like
abs
me.
down. We're getting to know each other.
Definitely.
He
know what
told
I
me
mean.
that he worked for a company that deals with oil. We just kept talking and talking, and then he just kept telling me how beautiful I was, asking me questions like, what do I like? What do I enjoy doing? He goes, you know, I know you're married. It just doesn't matter to me. I was like, okay, but I am married. And
Oh, shut up, man. Shut up. Shut up. Another story. That's a red flag waving, by the way, if you're not looking at the screen. Everyone who's doing like housework or something. Look at that. Red flag. I'm sick and tired of these cheaters. You know, I don't know what their game is. Oh, but I love them. Oh, we've been together for this many years. You're still replying. You're still cheating. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear it. Really, I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. Hashtag not sorry. How about that? You know, you can try and paint yourself as if you're the good person here. I've tried, you know. I mentioned we were married. You're still replying. Even after what he said, he doesn't care that you're married. You've made no attempt here to put the brakes on, have you? You're rolling downhill. There's no stopping. Which character rolled down the hill? Is it Jack and Jill? Was it them? You are Jack and Jill, Rayna. Also, I repeat once again, call me harsh if you want. Realism? At any point, is there any realism here? I understand once again, he probably has got money, right? You want to now be taken care of instead of you taking care of your husband. Which again, don't get it twisted. I'm not sure what the husband was doing in this instance. You guys know how much, or my stance on marriage is having to be 50-50, right? I don't like when the husband forces the woman to not do anything, right? If the woman is, of course, wanting to stay home and do nothing, then I'm all for it. But what's the story here? Is Cory, he doesn't want to do anything? Or, I don't know. I don't know what's my point here, but I do want to specify that when I say that, you know, perhaps the wife wants to work, no, she doesn't want to work. And if the husband is financially stable enough, obviously for the family, and is happy doing that, all power to you both. But in a case like this, a more realistic case, a more down-to-earth case, me and you type vibes, right? When you see one person of the two of you, right? When your partner is essentially slaving away. Why are you not helping? Right? Again, I understand why she would have fallen out of love. I mean, especially if you are not providing any income and at the same time, perhaps you're not showing any love. You know, get a grip, right? What kind of marriage is this? What kind of marriage is this? You got one person who doesn't work and probably doesn't show love. Then the other person is a cheater. And at the drop of a hat and one message, I'm gone. They belong together, but at the same time... No, they belong together, actually. Whatever. Forget this story.
Was 24 years married with him, so just kept telling me
excuse,
that I deserved better and that I deserved to be treated better.
As I said, despite all of that, right? It's not a good excuse to cheat. How about leave first? Why didn't you divorce him? That's a good question. Why didn't you file for a divorce? Why is it him? Has he got money for a divorce case, by the way? What's he gonna try take from her? That's interesting, isn't it? What? The house? I don't know. The dogs? This is a weird story, man.
Yes. And so it hit it off like that. He will send me pictures of him by himself. He would send me pictures of him and his daughter. Then there was a picture of just a nude picture.
Oh,
Not
nice.
him, but down there. He told me that he loved me first. And then...
You know, question my sexuality, but the temptation in me is so strong right now to go back just so I can see the length of the blur. I'm not gonna do that. Oh! How's it come on the screen? I hope it hasn't come on the screen, because that would be a tough clean. That looks massive. That looks huge. It's like the whole screen right now. Editing H here once again. If you are watching the screen and I'm not background noise, please don't comment that when I lean to the side, you know, I end up actually covering more of the screen instead of showing the screen. I get muddled up, all right? I just don't know which way to go. It's a metaphor for my life. I don't know what's happening, okay? So please don't comment that. Wow. Question my sexuality. I don't care. When the aubergine is big, it's big. Well, you know, if I say small, does that make me a macho man? Can I move on from this screen? You'd hope so.
He told me that he loved me first. And then it took me, I want to say, a couple days to maybe a week before I would tell him I love him.
What a name, Tandy.
I might have been the type before to say I love you first.
Rayna, you know, never do this as a pose again.
And flirt with people, but not anymore.
Sorry, what the hell did you just say? I'm going to rewind it. And also get some more water because it's running out.
Didn't ask.
Oh, okay, I'm back. Full bottle. Because that made me thirsty, that last scene.
Stop it. Get some help.
I want to say a couple days to maybe a week before I would tell him I love him. I might have been the type before to say I love you first and flirt with people, but not anymore.
What?
He calls me honey. He calls me queen. I did call him king. If he's calling me queen, then, you know, I'm going to call him king. He was saying sweet things. He was being kind. He was not being mean or anything. It was just that way that drew me to keep talking to him, because he was being nice. He was being kind. He was being sweet.
Do you know, with her saying I'm not used to being with someone sweet, right? Once again, I'm not condoning cheating, because I think everyone who's watched me for any length of time, as someone who's been cheated on, I absolutely hate cheaters, right? But, you know, all this aside, I do want to obviously make it clear for everyone. Please do share your love, right? What does that mean? How about I get to the point instead of malfunctioning? Let your partner know you love them. Compliments, date nights, right? That type of stuff. The stuff that you were doing in the beginning, right? I think it's very important to continue that even into a 20 plus year marriage, because again, I understand the love has faded, right? Again, I don't condone her cheating, but if you are in a relationship, let your partner know you love them and still do those little sweet things that you were doing in before, right? And also be wary of, is it reciprocated? You're doing all of this. Are they doing it in return? Relationship advice from someone who's been cheated on. So perhaps take it with a pinch of salt.
There's just things that I miss doing, especially in a marriage. And I feel like I don't get that now.
Rayna was not happy in her marriage, and this is what pushed her away from Cory. She was fed up with paying most of the bills at home, and this guy was promising her everything she wanted. Love, affection, stability, and he was successful.
Okay, we're not at the point yet where she's sending money, but I very much find it ironic that you are tired of paying the bills at home and essentially supporting Cory. But, you know, fast forward, you are going to then send money and support Tandy here. Tandy. I don't think I've ever heard that. It's Sandy. But just, you know, Sandy loves math too much and used, you know, sin, tan, cos.
But things began to spiral out of control when his request for money started.
Yep.
He asked me to send him some money because he needed it for like insulin. He would tell me that the insulin is for his pain control.
Okay, let's stop there. I'm going to Google what insulin is used for, because if I'm correct, it's for people with diabetes to control their blood sugar levels, I think. That's what it is. Insulin. What is insulin? What does insulin do? Insulin is an essential hormone. It helps your body turn food into energy and manages your blood sugar levels. Okay, so he's not mentioned diabetes. He's using insulin as paracetamol or ibuprofen as a painkiller. Nice. If you watching this think that's what insulin is used for, get a grip of yourself. See a doctor as soon as possible.
Control his pain that he has.
Shush.
He would send me pictures of the insulin vials that he would get. He says that his insulin would cost him.
Okay, let's start analyzing. Now we're getting into the stupidity, right? Let's look at this image. Don't you love when someone sends you a picture of their medication from what looks like a board meeting room? No one is there. Your doctor has... Either this is taken in your doctor's office and they have an unnecessarily large table with a view and you've put it there. You've taken a picture so close as well. Or you're in a meeting room. You've told everyone, please, I need to be alone for a second here. I need to do important things. And you've put your damn humor log on there. Snap. Humor log. The size of whoever's aubergine that was earlier. That's a humor log. Also, don't scammers, like, feel any sort of shame for using someone else's aubergine? No? I mean, obviously they wouldn't send their own. But you can't think of something else. Huh? Just send me that picture, right? And I'll make sure no one sees it again. To protect people, of course. No other reason.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
He says that his insulin would cost him $200 or more. Once was airport to get on the plane, to get the tickets. He needed to get tickets to get on the plane because he was going to come up here for Christmas. That never happened. When he was in London, it was always insulin and pay his medical bill.
Okay. In London? Not sure. Maybe it's a private doctor, eh? By the way, if he's saying, I want to make it to you by Christmas, we're either in December when she's been served papers, or before, and obviously it's led up to her being served papers. Again, you don't get my sympathy because you are a cheater. Whilst here's what we do on this channel. We understand. We can have empathy. But I'm not going to make excuses for you, right? You've been a fool on many levels here. Stop showing me this man, by the way. Getting turned on. No, I'm not. I'm joking.
It was like, can you send me this much money, please, through, Bitcoin? And then I would pretty much go take money out of the bank, go to the coin machine, and then just hit Bitcoin and do it that way. And then I would screenshot that it's been sent after I paid my bills. I'd see what else I had left. I would send him that.
All right. That's a red flag. Because let's put aside the marital issues here. If you were single, why are you sending whatever is left? So how are you living then? Because nobody do that, by the way, right? Even if you are in a relationship and it's serious, whatever. Perhaps you have a joint account, you send money into it. Don't send everything. Have a bit to yourself so you can buy food, or maybe you like a certain hoodie, you buy the hoodie, rainy day money, right? Get a grip of yourself here.
Get loans from different companies and send it that way.
What
Loans
the?
would be from
I repeat, you were tired of financially supporting Cory, but now you've gone one step further and are taking out loans to financially support a man who you've never met. That's worse. That's worse. In exchange for some sweet messages, hey? Could you call it a transaction? Huh?
$100 to $850, and then I would just pay them, like there would be a monthly payment to pay it back. But I haven't been able to pay them back, so that I'm trying to get on a debt collector thing to pay the loans back. I want to say almost $8,000. Most of the times that he gets pissed off, it's because I don't send him money. He'll start kind of saying all these mean things to me, that I'm not worth it, that I'm a liar, that I'm pretty much just, that I can go back to Cory, that I can pretty much just die in a hole, or that I'm gonna live a lonely life, and it hurts me.
Do I wave the red flag here? Or is this more of a concerning issue? It's why I say, everyone, please, in your relationship, just do your best to make your partner feel just loved, right? Just please, because look where it ends up. You end up with someone with such bad self-esteem issues that if this was real, she genuinely still is dancing with the idea, should I be with him? Should I not? Look at how he talks to me. He treats me like a queen. Oh, when you send him money and then you become, well, the town peasant, go die. Nice. That's a great human being to be with. Very much. I don't know if they need marriage counseling. To be honest, at this point, I think the marriage is well and truly finished. It might have been finished years ago, right? But in particularly her, she needs counseling and good counseling. Because I still remember that one episode where the therapist was shit. She needs good counseling. Because that is not the way to be treated. You're not treated like a queen. It's not a king. The king wouldn't treat his queen like that. I think we've seen that historically. Other than if you bring, Henry VIII. That's a different story. But for the most part, when you see kings, they treat their queens like, royalty. They're not telling... just love yourself, everyone.
First, I think he's a sweet guy. But if I don't send you money again, you
so
get
sweet.
this way to me. Then he'll come back a day after saying he apologizes to me. He says, I'm sorry. I didn't mean those words.
I'm going to stop you there. That's a red flag. Because once again, let's put aside the scam. If your partner says things like, die and stuff, I don't care how angry you are, you need to get a grip of yourself. If you're angry, you drop some F-bombs maybe, right? Maybe you swear and slam a door or something. You don't tell your partner to die. Oh, go die in a hole. I'm going to kill your dog. Oh, right. You need anger management if that's a thing. And I urge everyone, seek professional support if your partner says things like that, because it's mental abuse.
I didn't mean to say those things. Can you please forgive me?
Rayna has sent thousands of dollars to Tandy. She's completely exhausted all of her savings to send this man money and even does Instacart after work to maintain Tandy's pain medicine. Her husband Cory served her the divorce papers after he found out that she was sending him money.
Again, so not only were you fed up with obviously doing your work, I'm assuming a 9 to 5 or something, and then you come home, walk the dogs, make food or whatever it is that you do, you were tired of it. But now you're doing all of that still, whilst also doing extra work delivering food to support this man you've never met, and it doesn't seem like you've even bothered to try and video call with him. So I'm not sure if you actually want to meet this man or you are content with having someone there who's going to, whisper you sweet nothings. It's concerning on so many levels. But it's ironic, you were fed up, but you're doing more for the scammer, essentially. But you're not fed up. And you're willing to take loans and stuff. Just say also you find Tandy more attractive, so you're happy to do that.
The day that I found out that he knew was the day that he served divorce papers.
Crazy.
He handed me papers. I did what I had to do, sign them, and handed them back to him. And that's when, we started fighting. And I do want to get a divorce. I don't want to get a divorce. The don't is because we've been married for 24 years. We've been stuck together for 24 years.
No good enough.
And plus we have 3 dogs. The do's is because I can't do everything myself.
Well,
I can't take care of the pups by myself. I can't do the housework by myself. I can't pay rent by myself.
You're doing this and more for Tandy. I don't know how many times I'm going to repeat that. It's not like you're watching this, but sometimes the victims actually do end up watching this. So there you go. But I'm not married. Oh, yeah, I could have guessed that, actually. I'm not married. But I don't believe, coming from someone who's obviously been in a bad relationship, I don't believe that time should be a reason that you stay together. Well, that's just ridiculous, in my opinion anyway. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're not happy, I couldn't care less if it was 50 years. Maybe leave. I know. Before people say that it's not that easy, etc. I know. I've said that many times. There are many reasons why people stay. As well, one reason she's mentioned, time. And you got 3 dogs. Well, I guess who's going to take care of the dogs? Which is actually a good point. I hope the dogs are doing well out of everyone in this. But yeah, I'm not an advocate because we've been together XYZ amount of years. Despite everything going on, we have to be together because of time. But let me know your thoughts about that. Editing H. What? Editing H here once again. I think I missed this during the initial recording and towards the end where we look at the live stream. But she mentions there that she can't do it by herself. So perhaps he's not financially supporting as much as she would like, but he's supporting in other ways, such as taking care of the dogs. So, what's your point here? Like, what side are you leaning on? You're happy or you're not happy? He helps or he doesn't help? Again, I understand financially the strain. You know, I've been in difficult financial situations as well. I would have loved someone to support me and my mom and my brother. So I understand the financial side. But it does seem, she's mentioned there as well, he is supporting in other ways. But this is why I say this story, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
He pays electricity and internet and the phone. For me, I have 2 car payments. I bought Corey the car. So he can have something he can get in and out of. He can drive it. It's not a stick shift. It's an automatic. I pay $808.32 without rent. I started taking care of him 2012.
It's a long time.
That is a long time.
Because I was the one with the money. I was the one that was working.
But is there a reason?
I was the one that was literally paying everything.
Does he have a disability?
Rayna is conflicted about her divorce with Corey, but she is tired of taking on all of the financial responsibilities.
Bro, look, you know my feelings about her. I touched on my feelings about Corey earlier. You're pissing me off.
Relax.
How does he pay? Does he have a job? How does he pay for the other things? I'm confused here. I feel like something is missing from this story. There's an information. There's an information. Do you know what pisses me off the most? You haven't seen it yet because I haven't edited it yet. But I've recorded a worst scams messages part whatever the hell. And a scammer in there says an information. And I've said it now. I don't know if he works. He must, if he's paying for some things.
Mr. Krabs, I am so confused.
Wants to know if this man that she's risked her marriage for is real or just another romance scammer.
I want to know if it's really him. If this is who I'm talking to is really him. That's what, I want to know.
It's not good either way.
If it's true. What he's telling me is true.
What's he telling you? He's going to kill your dog.
We had some work to do. Our team got together to come up with a game plan to help Rayna come to terms. We had several things we could look into, and it was time to get to work.
All right, so I just got this new case in.
Okay, so apparently, these Donnies with the hats, they are now going to be a regular thing in these episodes.
A husband and wife. So their names are Corey and Rayna. Corey reached out to us
on behalf of Rayna. They've been married for 23 years. In September, this whole thing started with this guy named Tandy that his wife Rayna has been communicating with. They met through a Facebook post, and Rayna started to send Tandy money. So she sent them $8,000 in gift cards, and then also money through a Bitcoin ATM. They're late behind their car payments. They don't have enough money for car insurance, late on their rent. And Rayna even Instacarts in her free time to send money to Tandy.
I love how Drew is saying they are behind, they do, How is Cory helping in any of this situation? Is he working? Is he taking extra jobs to help out? I don't know.
Cory served her divorce papers, but Cory reached out to us and he wants to, get his wife to come to terms with this guy being fake. I can show you guys what I have pulled so far, which is...
So what does he want?
Photos of who Tandy is claiming to be, which is this guy right here.
I don't want to talk about... Is that where
we recognize him? Sons of Anarchy?
So, we got photos of the guy here.
Yeah, we do, and more.
Do we want to...
Talk about
on the image with the more that he's talking about, are we trying to find an exact match for that?
It's up to y'all.
Yeah, Josh said he's got it.
I'll do it.
This photo here of him in the airport.
The
very
blurriest shit ever.
Low-res photos. And then we also have his email and phone number here.
What's up with the other picture? What is this? He's supposed to be taking pills, or what is this?
It's insulin.
It's really low resolution.
I don't know.
Those look like chemicals, whatever was listed.
That's an insulin bottle.
Here's a bunch of Bitcoin
research
here.
specialists.
So is this enough for you guys to pull like the wallets?
Oh yes, 100%. Yep. And she sent it through Bitcoin ATM.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
So we have a pretty good amount of information. How do we prove to her that this guy's fake and get her to understand that this whole thing is a scam?
Well, we should start with confirming who Tandy is, reverse image search, and confirm through social media accounts.
I'm gonna see if I can look into the Bitcoin addresses, see if all the money lands in one spot, and that way we'll be able to tell this is a funnel that romance scam victims send money to.
And I'm going to look into some of the images that were sent, apparently of the friend's dog and the airport. Airports are pretty unique, so...
Do you know what? I do believe, first of all, that hat is incredible and I need that hat. But second of all, I do believe that they do watch me, right? They lurk about. Because if you remember the last time that these two guys were in an episode, that microphone was shoved into his neck, all right? You could hear his saliva going down his esophagus. We got there in the end, didn't we? So I'm glad to see now it's come a bit down. But the other guy has decided to shove it in his neck. What's going on?
Look into that and the insulin bottle for pain and the lab results. So we'll do some image searching for that.
It was now time to sit down with Rayna to let her know the truth and everything that we had found.
Hey, Rayna, how are you today?
There's always a drink. Man, every single scene of them in the office, there's a drink. Are they sponsored? Sponsor me. Whoever you guys are. All of them. Look, there's another one. What side do I go? This side, that side? Maybe if I do that, you'll see it at some point. That orange can.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
So many drinks. And they're turned away so you can't see the logo. So that means they know it's in shot. Is it aesthetic? What is it?
I'm okay.
Well, I want to introduce you to David. This is my husband.
To meet you. Yeah.
Hi.
This has been an adventure for you, right? How long has this lasted?
Since September of last year.
What's that, 8 months or so?
Yeah, she's been talking to him since our anniversary.
Oh, wow. The 26th of September?
Mm-hmm.
He forgot.
I did not forget. That's a good day for us.
I find that a bit rubbing salt in the wounds. We've done We've done Salt Bay onto the wounds. She's going through a divorce. Maybe refrain from mentioning it's your anniversary to her. Just my opinion on that.
This is a little bit different case than what we're used to because
Is it?
Your husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband, from what I understand.
Actually, yeah.
Actually, he is my ex-husband.
Yes.
Divorce.
Your ex-husband,
divorce went through.
You guys were going through a divorce, and he actually reached out to us instead of you reaching out to us. What are you hoping that we help you out with? Or
look, at the end of the day, kudos to Cory for divorcing, because I don't, the love has dwindled, whatever. If I caught my wife, really, that's cheating, right? It is cheating. I'm going, do you know what I mean? That's where I bring in, I don't think time is a good factor to use when deciding if you should stay together or not. You got caught cheating. Like, I don't care if it's been 1 year, 7 years, 70 years. I'm going, yeah? I could be 90 years old. I'm getting back on the streets, bro. I'm back on the market at 90. So kudos, I guess. I wonder why she didn't. If she was the sole breadwinner, why was she still sticking around if she didn't even feel the love anymore? That's confusing. She wasn't happy. I mean, I guess she used time. But it's just... I don't know, man.
that we reveal today.
The truth, why he keeps asking for money.
Oh, because he's scammer.
He just asked me yesterday for it. I flat out told him I couldn't. Okay. I didn't have anything because I don't. I work 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, and then I try right after work. I try to do Instacart so that I could put gas in my car, food, to have lunch and stuff, and try to.
Guys, I'm not gonna wave the red flag for that, but you all know by now. Don't set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. If you're already in a position that you're struggling, don't dig that hole even further in the name of love, right? You're trying to make yourself seem like a good person. Look, I'm this person's knight in shining armor. No, right? No, don't do it to yourself. I always say, if you truly care about someone, you're going to make sure that you're taken care of so that you can continue to take care of them, if that makes sense. That's just what I think. That's what I say.
Bills.
So, Rayna, on top of Tandy always asking you for money, he also hacked your Facebook and your social media account.
Yes.
And he's already reached out to some of your family members and your friends.
Yes.
Did you keep sending him money after that happened, or?
After him hacking my Facebook? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, then...
Me, I don't believe it's him. I just think it's somebody else out there in the middle of the damn whoever where in the world that's hacking, everybody's Facebook.
I mean, if you need any more reason to not feel sympathy that she's been scammed, even if you don't believe that it's not Tandy scamming or hacking you, why would you still send money to someone you've never met whilst being hacked? You got more pressing things to worry about here. By the way, she's still not made an attempt or mentioned that she wanted to video call or anything, by the way. So she's happy to just continue speaking. She's paying for the fantasy. Let's be real here.
You sent us an image of medicine that Tandy said that he was taking.
Why have we blurred it now? It wasn't blurred for the whole shitting time.
Diabetic. And take insulin when he sent it to me, I was like, okay, then. But I kept asking him why he's on insulin. He kept telling me the reason why he's on insulin was for pain.
So what's wrong with you?
I don't know if that's true. If insulin is supposed to be for pain, I only know it's for diabetes.
So why have you done
Rayna
this?
was in medical school and was also a diabetic, but she kept making excuses for him.
You're diabetic yourself. You're diabetic yourself. And you went medical school. Just not going to say anything, am I?
Wanted to believe this was true so bad that she disregarded the fact that him asking for money for insulin just didn't make any sense. Regardless to why or what Tandy told Rayna he was doing with this insulin, our team had some information on the photo that was inexcusable.
Like, how much money in total have you sent?
Sorry for pausing it so much. #not. But the picture is inexcusable. Not the fact that a diabetic doesn't seem to understand that insulin is not used for pain relief. Not the fact that a medical student who has said diabetes doesn't know that said insulin doesn't relieve pain. That's not inexcusable. What you've found is inexcusable.
What did that just mean?
I really don't know how much for just for the medicine, but I can tell you almost $8,000 total.
Nice.
Diabetes medication isn't for pain. Insulin's to regulate your blood sugar. You know, you have spikes, it goes up and down. That's what it's for. It's not for pain.
I hate how she's, yeah. Why are you nodding as if you know? You know, but you didn't give a shit. So.
And so this money that you're sending for this medication, it's definitely not for pain whatsoever. We found the exact image that he sent you.
Pain
so
on
the
your
exact
wallet.
image was on a New York Post article talking about the prices of insulin and this company that makes this insulin drug.
Wouldn't it make more sense if he just took a picture of medicine he was actually taking and send it to you? I mean,
yeah.
He went through all this trouble to go find a picture online and then send it to you.
One of the other reasons you were sending Tandy money or this person money is because they were also traveling too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about the picture that you received of him in the airport?
The first picture that I got of him in the airport was to come from Texas to come up here to meet me, you know, and spend some time with his sister.
Where are you?
So we ran the image of the airport, and so we know exactly where it's from.
So we were able to confirm that this is a picture of a airport in London. He pulled it off of a website. And so again, with this picture, you know, why would he go through all the trouble finding a random airport picture online and sending that to you?
Tandy's so random. Randy Tandy. Ain't Randy also like a word for horny? That aubergine was horny.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about some other pictures you had sent us.
No.
Pictures of Tandy and his parts. Believe it or not, we did run a reverse image search on that as well.
Oh my.
We found a match.
We found a match. Let's just say we found a match. And it doesn't belong to Tandy.
What a shock.
And it belongs to a like a gay adult film actor.
Okay. What you're telling me, why use the internet when it should just be you? Not a picture off the internet. You know, I asked him for a picture of him, an actual picture of him.
Okay, Seekers.
Yeah, so you've been
We
scammed.
wanted to make sure we had more information to back the fact that this man was a scammer, other than just revealing the true identity of this man in these images. Cory has done everything to show Rayna why Tandy is not who he claims to be. He's even showed her the real man's Instagram, and yet she still continues to speak to this fake profile.
Look, sometimes this might be harsh, but sometimes you can only help someone so much, all right? Before it becomes a toll on you as well. As she has taken care of Cory, and after a while, after a certain amount of time, you just can't do it anymore. In this case, with these victims, some of them are so stubborn and like they just don't want to admit that they're wrong and foolish and stupid, idiotic, ridiculous. They've been bamboozled. How many more can I come up with? They've been discombobulated, elongated, like whoever's aubergine that was, flabbergasted, scarred for life. It's all right. Just admit it. All right?
We looked at all the images you'd sent over to us for Tandy, and what we're able to confirm is these images belong to an actor by the name of Kenny Johnson. Yes, he is an actor in that show, SWAT. Yeah.
Have you seen that show before?
I've seen part of it, not the whole series yet.
So did you ever come across an episode that he was in and then wonder why you're talking to somebody that is using the same picture?
After Cory kept showing me pictures.
And what made you not want to believe that?
Because he was telling me that they were ruining him, that yes, he was on SWAT, but then they, due to COVID, it got canceled or whatever, and so...
So he told you he was the actor in SWAT?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it just got worse. You shouldn't have said that. You should not have said that to me, of all people. Because you've just made it worse, Rayna. Rayna, I didn't think it could rain down with any more stupidity, but we've got a storm. The storm is brewing. Not like a good cup of tea. It's brewing bad. You've left the tea bag in there for too long. You've pulled it out. It stinks of shit. Shit, Rayna. It stinks of shit. Get a grip of yourself. Why didn't you tell us earlier that you thought it was the actual actor? Huh? What does he want to do with you? Huh? Get a grip. Be realistic. They're ruining me, babe. The industry's ruining me, so I'm going to go onto Facebook and tell the person who commented on this dog video, I'm going to fall in love with her.
And he was using the name Tandy?
So what does that mean then?
And you believed it, Rayna?
Pretty much.
Listen, when the Catfish team have this look on their face, when they're usually so stoic, you know you are foolish.
Which now I know not to believe anything.
Is it?
What's going through your mind right now, Rayna?
I stretch.
A lot of things. One, pretty much just I screwed myself. If he was telling me the truth, then, I should have checked it into it more, but I didn't.
Oh, she has the dog, though. You probably can't see.
How important would that $8,000 be right now?
What the hell are these rhetorical questions that David asks? Huh? There's another episode I filmed about a woman who went homeless. I don't know when I'll release it, but it'll be out at some point. It was a suggestion. He asked a stupid question in that one as well. What's this? What is with these rhetorical questions? What would that money mean to you right now? I don't know. Maybe the fact I would have that money and potentially I could still be in a marriage.
Very important. I can pay back some back payments on my car, both my cars, my insurance. I can pay it off.
By the way, I didn't really click, but she mentioned there she has 2 cars. Again, how is he paying electric bills and stuff? I'm assuming he has some kind of a job. But, if she's paying for her car, don't you say to her, no, don't buy me a car. We're going to put too much financial stress onto the both of us. Well, more so her, but you get my point. Don't you, as the partner, say, no, you're doing too much? You don't do it. He was using you. She was, I guess, using him just for having someone there.
I'm sorry. I can't handle this.
Paid back some of my, my family's, the money that I borrowed.
You borrowed money to send him?
Oh, it's just
I borrowed money because I told my mom, that I needed, for like gas or some food, because at that time, I wasn't getting food stamps.
I'll let her carry on though.
I needed, money for my 3 dogs to get their food, their dog food.
So, I mean, you're working this extra job and to send him money, and then you're also borrowing money to send him money, and then pay your bills, and then on top of that, you're falling behind on your own stuff.
Okay, that's confirmed what I was about to say. Oh my god, we're like wrapping all of the victims' stories from previous episodes just into one. There's an actor who explicitly has said, yes, I'm the actor, but for some reason, my name is Tandy now. Borrowing money from people, lying to your mother, by the way. You're not using it for food, you're using it to send to this random guy. Cheating. There's a divorce, which is a twist. Where's the oil rigs and the gold bars? And we could have the holy mackerel, right? I don't know what else to call it. The holy mackerel of an episode. It just gets worse and worse. I hate when the victims drag other people into this, by the way. Send your money, right? I hate that anyway. But when you drag innocent people into this, the sympathy's it's like going to hell right now. It's knocking on hell's door, and Satan is looking through the peephole. We're not in just yet, but we're there, knocking. It's hot as
So you had sent money through CoinMe, I believe.
Yeah.
Our search specialist team looked into the transactions that you had sent over to us, and we found some interesting things.
Rayna just wanted to prove to Cory and her family that they were wrong.
How much worse?
She had allowed this scammer to ruin her marriage and distance her from everyone she loved. But the more we revealed, the more she started to realize.
What we try to do typically is try to find out who this person is. This is somebody essentially trying to steal money from you. He's sending you fake pictures. There's no other reason that somebody do that unless they're trying to deceive you. When you sent money through CoinMe, we were actually able to trace those funds, and those funds went into CoinCola. CoinCola is actually an exchange. It's a peer-to-peer exchange in Nigeria. So the person you're talking to, Rayna, lives in Nigeria. What they're doing is they're taking the money you send through cryptocurrency and they are converting it into Naira. Naira is the currency that they use in Nigeria.
And he's living like a king right now.
When you open an account, you have to upload your license, all the details. We know they're in Nigeria and we have contacts in Nigeria. And so we can take this information, we can send it to Nigerian authorities.
Has anything
to potentially
ever come
get somebody
out of
arrested. We're going to do it right after we get off the video call with you today, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope that makes you feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Wow. I just
it
know
make
I'm
me feel better.
Out of the money. I just want to beat myself up.
No, you shouldn't do
I'm
that.
a stubborn person.
Well, yeah.
And I like to, just try to do things myself, try to figure, and I thought he was, telling me the truth.
What made you think that, though?
A lot of things that he was saying to me,
like, I'm going to kill your dog. You should die. If you don't send me money, you're worthless. These are all things we would want to hear, isn't it?
Nice, sweet things. Call me like babe, queen, stuff like that.
Jesus.
But then there was, there's times that he would just like get pissed off at me and just call me mean things. I would just shrug that off me if he called me mean things, because it's whatever,
No.
I was just like, okay, he must be in pain or he's dealing with something.
No. Right? There's a cat meat. No. Don't let anyone use the excuse that they're in pain or whatever as an okay that they can treat you like shit. Everyone, don't do that to yourself, please. No, it's kind of gaslighting, right? I understand you're in pain and etc., but it doesn't give you the excuse to treat someone like shit, especially someone, they're trying to take care of you. You're a scammer, but the point still stands. In the real lives, don't let someone do that to you.
Just frustrated or pissed off, which, I was like, okay, whatever.
Realistically, somebody that you meet that's like a hunk that like randomly messages you that's, telling you all these sweet things, and then on the flip side is like really mean to you, and then only really asking you for money, that's not like a great relationship. It's not like a healthy relationship just in general, right?
Well, thank you for saying everything I've said.
I noticed that you have this need to take care of people.
My dad and my grandparents have raised me to, be the one to take care of things. So that's what I've done, I'm that kind person that will, take care of you, be there.
She's gonna say be there for you. Once again, I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. And you shouldn't have been there before in the first place. I understand when the victims say that they're kind and giving and all that, right? I get it. You're making yourself look like a good person here, but you've cheated. Let's not forget that. But that doesn't mean that you should fork up everything that you have, take out loans, fall back on payments, essentially steal from your parent, your mum, right? Your mum. Why have I said it like that? Your mum. Because you borrowed. You didn't borrow. You stole it, all right? You lied. Just don't. You can be kind, but also not foolish. Gosh.
For you, he was asking for money because he needed it for food or for his medicine,
I mean, it seems like people take advantage of that though, right? Like, I mean, from my understanding, your current relationship that ended, your marriage that ended was like very similar to that.
The marriage with Cory, it's different. I was getting tired of being the only one in this house, do everything.
I understand.
I got so fed up with it. I was just like, okay, I'm drained. I can't do it. I took a big major cut when I lost my job and went to get my MA.
How did you manage to scrape up $8,000?
I was paying my bills, and what else was left over, I was giving Tandy the money. And that was every 2 weeks. What was left of my check that I got, my tax return, I'm doing Instacart. Whatever I cash out, I just go up to the 7-Eleven and...
You first of all, you gotta have the emotional intelligence of a rock to not be able to see that your partner is lifting so much heavy weight in the marriage. But did she explain this to Cory? I feel like maybe if she did, maybe they could have worked it out. But again, do you have any awareness of yourself, huh? Rayna, do you have any awareness that an actor would genuinely go for you? Cory, do you have any awareness that what your wife is doing, supporting in such a way, everything's being paid, but you think, I'll chip in with the phone bill or something. Look at me. Like, they were made for each other.
Okay, settle down, pal.
Card to cash out that way, and then go to the coin.
How long have I been recording?
Do that.
So you would like work a full shift, go to Instacart, cash out, and then go to the ATM
Brother, she
machine
said this
and
like
send him
7
$40
times.
or whatever you made during that extra shift. Wow.
At this point, every single thing that he has told you or sent you has been a lie. So what are you going to do with Tandy now?
Delete him.
It's not Tandy. It's not Tandy. Why have we said, what are you going to do with Tandy? It's not Tandy. You need to structure that just completely differently. Hey, Rayna, go and block the scammer now, please. Not what are you going to do with Tandy. By you saying that, you know, psychologically, it's in her now. Oh, so it could still be Tandy, you're saying. Gotta restructure that, man.
Just go on with my life as I go to work every morning.
Looking back, Rayna, why do you think you ignored all those signs this whole time?
I didn't want to believe it.
Maybe the things between you and Cory.
I think so.
You obviously weren't happy with the way things were in your life, and you were looking for another outlet. There was a guy that was in a TV show that you had seen at one point. He was saying he was that person, but with a different name. Social media had been hacked. You're running to the Bitcoin ATM machine after every shift and you're ignoring it. You think this had to do with like self-confidence in yourself?
I was falling out of love. When you've been married to somebody for 24 years and you don't get the same love back, you lose that love.
Yes, I know.
And that's what I was doing. I was losing confidence. I was losing, like, being in love. And when I, was talking to him, he was making things right. And that's what I want,
Well, how are you and Cory now after the divorce?
We're friends, but we fight. There's days that he'll be nice. Then there's days that he just turns around being so jerk to me.
What do you mean are you living together still? What's happening here? How do you still fight? Like, what's Cory doing? Like, if he's the one that served the papers, why are you still in contact? That doesn't make sense to me. Why get the divorce then? Oh, I mean, look, everything that's being said right now, I've literally said. So, I don't know what more I can say about this story. I feel like I've been recording for 2 hours. I feel like we've hit it right now. But, yeah, I mean, look, if anything is proven here, it's that, yes, I'm a fool sometimes. Yes, I can babble on about nothing. But I know what I'm talking about sometimes, right? If you go to my channel bio, I say 99% of the time, I'm not serious, right? So for the people who take these videos so seriously, enjoy life, Enjoy the jokes. Learn something as well if you can. But there's always 1% that I know what I'm talking about.
Rayna, do you think it would be healthy to separate yourself from the current situation you're in now?
Trying to find a place. It's hard. Rent has gone up in this town.
What we'll do, Rayna, we'll try to find lower income housing resources for you so that you can try to find a way to remove yourself from the situation. You got a divorce. It's just not healthy to sit there and fight every day. And obviously you lost self-confidence over this time to the point where if you can remove yourself from the situation, start working on building that self-confidence up and start healing yourself.
Okay.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm okay. I will be okay. Happy that I got to, find out the truth way. It's just, I wish I would, trust myself. but I'm glad.
Originally, when me and Drew first met you, you refused to meet with us and you didn't want to go through with this at all. And now here we are. We're revealing all of this information to you. I can already see the shift. You're already making those attempts to trust yourself and reveal all of this information and find the truth about Tandy.
Let's get you back on your feet and headed down the right
He's way
path.
too happy.
Thank you so much for changing your mind and working with us.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
After this interview, David stuck around to make sure that Rayna walked away with this with no doubt on who Tandy really was. When we heard that he was logging into her social media accounts, we knew we would be able to pull his IP address and figure out where he was located.
Okay.
So what you do is on the right-hand corner, there's like a little settings triangle, if you can click on it.
Okay.
And then it says where you're logged in. Scroll to the bottom of that.
So the iPhone XR.
Mm-hmm.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What are the dates on that?
May 31st at 1:06.
This person just logged in. What's the IP address that it shows?
102.90.
90.
44225.
Do you want to know where that's from?
Yes, where?
Nigeria.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna have to just redo my Facebook.
That's the IP address that you gave me, and this is Nigeria right here.
Not only was the person behind Tandy's profile converting the crypto to Naira, they were also logging into Rayna's account from Nigeria. This was the nail in the coffin. At this point, we had proven to Rayna that whoever Tandy was in Nigeria and not in Texas.
And now I'm gonna move on and go from there.
I'm glad we were able to help. The team will follow up with those resources. Let us know about the counseling. So if you can't get it on your own, the offer's still there. We're going to help you out with that, okay?
Okay.
Let's get you back on your feet and headed down the right path.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, what is going on here? It never
So, Corey,
ends.
I'm just calling you just to get an update on Rayna and yourself. How are things going?
She's been working.
What about you?
I've been
What?
trying to work. My school year's basically done.
What?
So I'm picking up side stuff.
Are you planning to move out now that you guys are divorced, or where are you at with that?
A lot of people are really angry with me. And, well, not really angry, but disappointed in me that, oh, hey, all this has happened and you guys are divorced, but you still live together and you guys still do stuff together. And I can understand that, but, you know, we're still friends. And with my disabilities,
Oh, he does have a disability then. You have made me this whole time, right? I'm lucky that the criminology degree in me sat, both sides. I played both sides. I said if you did have a disability, fair enough. But now it's revealed you've got a disability. What's the point in any of this, man? Just visible disappointment in my face, all right? I just don't understand. Why not mention this earlier? Shit, man. My point, I still understand her, though, right? Like, it would be draining. Doing everything. Let's not get it twisted.
She's been my caregiver for over 20 years. I've had 10 hip surgeries, including a hip replacement.
Why wasn't this mentioned
By
before?
the time I was 32. I've had 2 knee surgeries, and one of the reasons why I can still do what I do is because of her and her help throughout the years. She said she's still going to be there, for me. If I need help, you know, like making dinner or cleaning the house or whatever, or if I can't get up to get my medication or whatever, she's gonna be there. And I respect that.
You respect that. But then on the flip side, have you shown her the respect? Did you show her love off camera? What in the hell has happened here?
You and I greatly appreciate it.
Do you?
And people just don't understand it, so...
Do you show her you do?
Where is she at with Tandy?
She hasn't told me anything from your guys' last conversation or anything, except that you guys know, and you told her. He's still asking for money.
Wow, he looks
She's not
really
sending
different
it.
in there.
She's telling him no every
Never take
time.
that picture again, Rayna.
He's upset that they don't talk a lot, and he says that she's changed. She hasn't changed. She's just, she's got facts now that he doesn't know about, you know?
Do you think that she will eventually block him?
It's hard to say.
Well, you're divorced, so why do
But I've
you...
known her half my life. I care about her, you know that. She's still my best friend.
What the hell is any of this, man?
I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care what my friends think. She's still my friend.
You both need therapy.
She will always be my friend.
You both need therapy, I tell you that much.
She's been there for me through some of the roughest times of my life. And I've been there for her. I'm not going to give up on her, man. That's not how I was raised.
Well, you divorced her.
Guess what, Seekers?
What?
We have something very special for you. This Thursday, our crew will be going live, and you'll get a live update from Rayna on how she's handling the aftermath of this scam. You can join the live by scrolling down on our homepage and clicking on the live link.
If you have been involved in a romance scam, don't forget to report it.
Oh, look, there's members this week. However, if I remember last time, this shitting piano got the video demonetized. I'm sorry to anyone who thinks I'm a bad person for wanting my videos to be monetized, but I'm gonna skip it because this piano effed me in the ass last time. So we're gonna end it there. What the hell am I saying? That live, if you're watching this on a Saturday, that's what I'm gonna assume, right? Because I want to see that live and I want to commentate on the update and put it in here just so that there's some level of continuity. So you will probably be able to tell by the length of this video from this current point if there is additional stuff, if that makes sense. So cut to if there is additional stuff. Hello everyone, it's the live stream time, except it's Friday in the morning. Look at me. I was in the live stream last night, which is Thursday. The original portion of this video is of course Wednesday. So I was in the live stream, not physically, but you know, I was there in spirit because the collab probably is not happening. But yeah, I think yesterday, because I've made sure to record it separately, I don't want it to be a part of this video, but yesterday, if you go back, you will see pew pew pew. Maybe there's some shots fired from the team on the TET. But in this video, we're here to, obviously, as I said in the original recording, gonna find out, let's find out more with this update and see if we can maybe wrap our heads around it a little bit more, this whole story. I have no idea what's going on, alright? You got two people. Do they love each other? Do they not love each other? Do they still care for each other? Do they not? I don't know, alright? and no one really will know unless you are there smack dab in the middle, right? Now, one thing I will make sure that is very clear from like right now, the fact that we left Cory's disability towards the end of the episode, the fact in the edit it wasn't mentioned before, I'm not a big fan of that, because I feel like it would have played a lot, you know, it would have factored a lot into the thinking and the understanding of the story. You guys dropped it at the end, like, it would have helped to have known that he has a disability beforehand, so that certain questions were of like, you know, why is he just not working, etc. It would have made some sense. But alas, Tanya, right now we're gonna look at, obviously Cory made this like surprise appearance, right? So right now we're gonna look at, well, actually one of my questions asked to Cory, the team, Drew and Bree here, they opened up the floor. Like, anyone want to ask a question, you can ask it. I think it's kind of cool that my question was used, and I'm not one usually to toot my own horn, but bro, I think I asked a good question that no one of the team would have asked. But let's go.
Go for it.
All right. Well, Crazy Cat Lady 78, she asked, so Rayna gave the scammer your number.
Okay, my question comes later.
How did this person have your number?
It's a good question. Oh.
She didn't give him.
I'm not sure what happened there, but
I reached out to him and asked him a simple question long ago. And
what was the question?
Just asked him why.
Okay.
You know, why is he doing what he's doing? And that's when he came back and started insulting my dead mother and my dead father and this and that. And
look, I mean, if you ever think that you're gonna get through to a scammer, sometimes it happens, right? Sometimes you might find someone who has a bit of heart left in them, but more often than not, they are not going to give a shit. So it might be best avoiding trying to communicate in a civil manner with them. At least that's just my opinion.
And I just left it alone, and then, yeah, like 2-3 weeks ago, I got home from darts, and
how about we throw a dart, see where it lands? But I want to land on, if he told you, obviously, death threats against your mother and stuff, coupled with the fact in the original recording, we've seen this guy tell Rayna, you know, your dog, he's gonna kill your dog and she should die in a hole and stuff. Like, did he mention to her that, hey, this guy, I messaged him as well, he told me death threats and stuff? You know, let's obviously acknowledge that you have very bad issues you need to work on if you still want to be with someone who says they're gonna kill your dog and stuff. But your partner, at least I hope Cory here mentioned to Rayna that, you know, the scammer said death threats against me as well. I hope he mentioned that, and then obviously Rayna, you know, what would be her reaction? Would she say, it's fine, he says it to me as well? Or, I don't know, man. Again, look, I mean, even 2 days later from the original recording, my brain is still hurting.
Saw her messages, and she, you know, she's been telling me, you know, what he's been saying.
We know that.
She'll send me screenshots of when he hacks her, like, Facebook and her Messenger, because that's how he's keeping tabs on her. So anybody who does get into this scam situation, please do not give out any information, any vital information, because Rayna's scam artist had access to her bank account.
How?
Her
Why?
Facebook, you name it, he had access, and she's having to start over now, and I don't want anybody to have to go through that.
Fair enough. I'm the same.
Well, it looks like you have some supporters here. Hetty Hoodoo says, Cory, you have handled this with such respect and grace. Honestly, most people would have been so angry and just lash out. The scammer is trash. You are a good man.
Thank you.
If I was in this position, let's keep it 100% honest. Dare I say I would not have contacted Catfished if my wife cheated on me and was being scammed. I don't know. In Cory's position with his disability, and you know, Rayna is his caretaker, right? So it's not easy to just move, right? So he's done well. I'll give him that. If things were in a better position, you know, I'd go in a lot harder and say, you know, you should have packed your bags a long time ago. But obviously that's not the case. So I agree. Fair play to him. He has handled it very well.
So let's see here. I want to open the floor again, see if anybody has any questions for Cory.
I think this is where I come in.
Ooh, hi, Here with H.
Hello.
Here with H is asking, did Rayna ever communicate with you that her love for you had faded?
I think that's a good question. Look at his eyes. Look what it's done to him.
Like before this happened or during?
You both.
I'm a journalist, bro.
Let us know, like, how did that transpire?
When I called her out on this, you know, just not like rudely, but, you know, asked her about it.
When he said that, obviously in the live stream, I can't be my normal self. Do you know what I mean? I'd get blocked and all sorts, which, you know, during Rayna's part later on, I did get timed out. So that's interesting. Someone didn't like what I said, and, you know, I don't think I said anything bad. I said I'm going to have a field day with this, and I think someone banned me, one of the mods. But it's nothing personal. You know, I get it, you guys are doing a job. But I don't think there's any way to approach someone and ask, hey, are you cheating on me? Me, if you guys don't know, or, well, most of you will probably know that I've been cheated on. But the way I found out was that I was going to meet her after, like, sixth form / college had finished. And I saw her, like, holding hands with this other guy because she went to a different college. And then I was like, what's going on here? Like, that's crazy. I was coming to meet you and, you know, like a surprise type thing. And she was like, what do you mean what's going on? My friend. Because people hold hands with their friends of the opposite sex, don't they? Or do they? I mean, if you're doing that in a relationship, you need to get a grip of yourself, right? Have some respect for your partner here. But anyway, again, fair play. He's handled this well. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be honest. I would have blown my shit right now, packed up my bags, see you later. And I wouldn't have contacted Catfish or anything. Depending on circumstances. Again, Cory's situation is a lot different. So
she had mentioned that.
Okay.
And then
So they couldn't work out, obviously.
Once I had my breaking point, my end, and I called it quits. That's when we had that discussion. But the scamming thing, this is the first extreme of, like, as far, she's been scammed before, but not like this. This was extreme. But
look, I think I've mentioned it several times. Sometimes you just can't help someone. If she's been scammed before, he mentions this being an extreme. I don't know what other scam she was potentially involved in, but I mean, clearly she hasn't learned her lesson. And again, I echo. She said before she's caring and stuff, but I'm not sure you can class someone who's willing to not only harm themselves, but, regardless of how you feel about Cory at that point, you are still his caretaker, and I'm not sure you're showing care by doing everything that you're doing. But again, that's just my thoughts.
There's been other situations in our relationship that I don't want to get into live.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
That should have been my breaking point, but I loved her so much, and I have my dad's heart, so I forgave her.
I'm going to pause it there because I think the gist of Cory's update is that they still live together, and he did repeat himself that, his friends are saying, like, what are you doing and stuff, and they still go out and do things together, and he's looking, if we look at the screen right now, how much is left of this? Because I want to skip to the point where he mentions that he's still looking, maybe here?
Seeing her sending him a picture of a ring that her and I had picked out for her wedding ring, which she couldn't wear. She did at the time that we got it, but she had gained weight, so the ring didn't fit anymore. So she put it away. Well, she brought it out, sent him a picture, and said, "This will be our wedding ring when we get married." And that was a low blow for me.
Facts. Absolute facts. When I first heard that in the chat, bro, I was losing my shit, bro. You, not only have you cheated, you have sent a picture of the wedding ring that Cory gave you to the scammer. Put aside the scammer, you've sent it to your lover, right? And you have said, this is the ring we will use for when we get married, bro. Once again, you've handled this very well. Fair play. If I saw that, bro, I'm telling the swiftness that the bags are packed. Just like that. I'm not slapping my boobs here, but, get that shit in a bag. I'll even leave my boxers here if that means I can leave quicker. That's so disrespectful, bro. Like, she spat in his face. I think in the original recording, I said that she, like, shat in his mouth and made him eat it. Bro, when I heard this, she spat in your face as well at the same time that you have poo in your mouth. Absolute disgrace. We're gonna skip to Rayna's part now. Cory did mention that he is looking for jobs and housing. So you can open up the conversation of the government. Like, is the assistance that they give, is it enough? Because clearly it doesn't look like it's enough. And I do hope that Cory can one day, I don't know how, but somehow get back, you know, dust himself off and, you know, get his own place and start his own life. At least I hope he's able to do that, because, I mean, if these guys get back together, then I don't know, right? What was the point in any of this? But the middle of this live stream, there's really no use in me trying to commentate over. It's just like, they read the chat, and I ask about Drew's hat. Like, I want the Bape hat back. There was some talk about me wrestling David. I mean, if David wants a wrestling match, because you will probably have seen yesterday's video, I'm down for a wrestling match. Let's squash any potential beef. But yeah, we'll cut here, and we'll return for when Rayna comes in, screaming, by the way. So I don't know how much of that I want to listen to again, but I'll try and get the main points in, because she comes in sunburnt, screaming. I don't like it, but I'll see you, like, well, obviously in like a millisecond. Hello, we're back.
Right away with him.
What happened here?
Because when I'm at work, I'm busy. I don't get on my phone. I don't get on my watch. I just do my work.
But Rayna, like, we talked about this. Like, this is somebody who's not who you're talking to.
Okay, so I basically forwarded it to slightly in the middle of when she's waffling, but she basically says that she's still, you know, talking to this guy. So fair play. She mentions there, you know, she's busy, so she only replies when she can, because that makes it better, doesn't it?
We know that for sure. He's using fake images. He sent you fake like locations. He's only talking to you to get money out of you. That's it. He doesn't care about you. So why are you pursuing the conversation?
I don't think there's a point in doing this, but...
So I, like, deleted him off my phone?
But you didn't.
Completely?
No.
And he gets back on.
What do you mean he gets back on?
He pretty much, so he, like,
No, genuinely though, why is she screaming? Like, a few people in the chat asked that question and their comments got deleted. So I knew best. Let me just not say anything, because I'll probably get hounded by the mods. Shout out to the mods though. Somehow they also watch me. Just everyone watches me, but apparently the collab just is never gonna happen. But why is she screaming? Why is she sunburnt? What's happened in between the episode and their interviews and now? She went to the beach or something? She's clearly living life.
He'll send me a message.
So you didn't block him?
Once I delete him, he comes right back. Like I said, he comes back.
He's not a
as
boomerang.
message.
Not a boomerang, mate.
With the same phone number?
With the same email.
Oh, well, you gotta block him.
Yeah.
You don't have to be tech savvy to know how to block someone. So am I supposed to believe she doesn't know how to block someone? Or should I believe that she doesn't care and is still holding on to Tandy? Come on now, let's keep it real here.
Let's block him.
Okay.
Rayna, like, so I'm gonna tell everybody something that we actually didn't show in the video. So when we were talking to Rayna, at the end, we pulled up Rayna's Facebook profile.
No, he's waffling here. I mean, he started talking about, obviously, in the original, we saw it, that they were logged into Nigeria on the Facebook. So, maybe he's forgotten that. But I'm going to skip ahead now to maybe like a main part where a lot of the chat was speaking about fraud. I'm not too clued up on American finance stuff, so I don't know what was going on there. But we'll cut to there and probably end it there as well, because again, man, I'm knackered. This video's taking it out of me, but let's go.
I know that you and him have finalized your divorce. So how are things? You know, you guys are still living together. Tell us about that.
Okay, so far everything's going okay. We talk. We went to a barbecue with friends.
So that's why you're burnt, probably.
The thing is, with him not working because the school is out for the summer, I'm the only one paying rent.
Went?
And my bills.
Yes, we know that.
Here's the deal. You decided to go through a divorce, right? You both decided.
Yes.
Okay. So at that point, you don't owe him anything. He doesn't owe you anything, right? You've decided to get a divorce, separate, move on with your lives because things are not working out. If he's a roommate, which he is, right, at this point,
yeah,
I would expect a roommate to have some obligations, some things they have to take care of. You are sitting there continuing to take care of Cory, and you're not taking care of yourself, Rayna.
See, the thing is here, as I mentioned earlier, it's not exactly black and white, this situation, because if Cory was able to get a job so easily, I'm pretty sure he would have one by now, and I'm pretty sure he would have moved on. He seems like the type of guy that, obviously he served the papers, so you'd like to assume that he's done with her. But who really knows in this story? But it's so convoluted. I mean, once again, it's not for any of us. This is the case of a professional needs to step in and needs to come up with a plan to help both of them, because she's obviously his caretaker. So it's not like, oh, she could, if she really wanted to, she could chuck him out, right? But I don't know, she still cares about him, I guess. So it's not like Cory isn't trying, right? But at the same time, it's a weird dynamic, right? That's the only thing that I can say. It's a weird dynamic. Let me know your thoughts. How do you go about this situation? Because you can't just chuck him out on the street, can you? Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing. I'm not saying Cory's a bad guy. He has his issues, he has things, but he filed for divorce. He was the one who filed for divorce. And by the way, I don't blame him.
Cheated.
You were talking to somebody else. But at the same time, you both filed for divorce, you went through a divorce, and he knew that he didn't want to be with you anymore because he's fallen for divorce. So the fact that he's, he's leeching off you right now, whether he can work or not work, there are things that are available through the state, like disability, that he can get so he can take care of himself. But you to struggle to make 2 car payments, his car payment, makes no sense to me, right? And you could downsize into a smaller place or rent a room so that you could start saving money and get back on your feet. You don't owe anybody anything at this point in time. You have to take care of it.
I tried to get the mobile home out at Kit's house.
This is where people were mentioning fraud. You guys will let me know in the comments with what she's gonna say right now, and because I'm a bit, I don't really understand.
That was a 3-bedroom for $875 a month, but the guy won't take dogs.
I don't know what that means.
He literally emailed me and said, I am not renting out because I am not taking dogs.
The animals?
You just gotta find a place that's
Cory did say, though, that you guys are, things are pleasant now and you guys are getting along. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
She was shouting.
Yes, we are getting along, but there's days. there's days that he like switches from being nice and kind to being, you know, in a bad way, to like being mean at me. And, you know, I'm like, okay, you know, I'm not doing anything. I come to work every morning. I get off work. I go straight to Instacart if I can Instacart. And then I come home.
Why are you shouting?
Take care of the pups, and then get ready to go to bed and get back up the next day.
I feel like, you know, we've kind of forgotten about her mentioning that he does support in the ways that he can, like electric bill and water bill or phone bill or whatever it was. But again, the dynamic, where's the professionals at? Do you know what I mean?
For work.
I think a question and that some people have had here, you know, Cory is the one that got the divorce with you because of everything that's transpired. You know, you claimed that you weren't happy before all of this. You know, why not separate from him or get a divorce from him before talking online?
It's a good question. I always say that.
Most of it was, person, you're gonna hit a car.
Sure, right.
It was mainly before all this happened. Okay, we were talking about the divorce, so that he can get his SSI back, and not have to worry about having, you know, having to maybe find a job. So that's why we agreed to it, you know, agreed to the divorce so that he can do, you know, get his SSI, and hopefully, you know, they wouldn't, you know, back him out or anything.
Again, I don't know what that means. What's SSI? Is it social security income or something? You guys got married so that he wouldn't have to work, and you want the divorce so that he can start claiming what I'm assuming is like disability benefits or something. Is that fraud? You guys let me know in the comments. I'm gonna end it there because, I mean, I don't want to listen to her shouting anymore, man. Do you forgive me? I'm pretty sure you don't want to hear her screeching into the microphone. I'll see you guys next time. Let me know your thoughts. I think this is far from resolved, right? Cory earlier mentioned he doesn't want to say certain things on the live stream. Then she's come on and kind of outed them for doing fraud, allegedly. So, to be honest, this is what I think of their relationship. That. Just that. Just, can I like tuck it behind my ear? Can it stay there, do you think? Just, that's what I think of this relationship, okay? I don't want to see this again, but unfortunately in the edit, I'm gonna have to see this again. You guys will see this today because timing and stuff. Hopefully you did enjoy this little commentary of the live stream. For the most part, I don't think anything was solved. I don't think anything of value was said. But let me know your thoughts. And if you haven't, up there, go watch the video of David allegedly firing shots at me and us over here. I'm gonna throw it back big booty style now to previous recording H to do his peace outro thing. Bye. The playlist is up there as always. Much love. Take care of yourselves. Bye. Just made sure that it wasn't muted. I swear if this was muted, I'd lose my shit.